Welcome back, everyone. Week 13, Knights Cyclones. Let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, go! And we are off. Nick G, welcome back, my friend.
Thank you for having me back for another great soccer match here. The 9-3 Knights, first in the league, retaking their position versus the Cyclones, 2-10. One of the struggling teams this year. 9th on the table.
Yeah, and I mean they're just above those Seekers, right? That we just saw Mac Machine and those Knights would win against them. But I mean this team, Cyclones team, pretty weak this season. Should be another win today.
You would hope so. They are a weak opponent, bottom of the table, so you would hope that they win. These are the types of games you need to dominate.
Yeah, well, I mean if we're missing balls, Nick G, we're gonna let the Cyclones score. You see Mac Machine missing the ball. Wolfman just driving back, not even playing the ball, Nick G. What is up with this player this season?
Wolfman's struggles continue, which we can get into a little bit later, but I do want to highlight some of the Cyclones players. The goal scorer, Rainmaker, not one of the ones I was highlighting.
What a shot by Mac Machine.
Mac Machine, the ball just comes off the corner, lays up nice for him, and he's able to time it correctly. That's been a problem for him recently. His timing times it perfectly there.
And his patience to let that ball hit perfectly. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant.
Going back to the Cyclones players as Mac Machine misses this kickoff. Fury, 232 points per game average, 9 goals on the season. Storm, 206. 6 goals on the season. 2 players above the league average in points. League average, for reference, 197 points.
That's right. I mean, this team is known to be solid. They've been competitive. I don't know what's going on with them this season. 2-10. That is an atrocious record for this team, and especially with such high caliber players.
Yeah, they are a powerhouse. They're usually going toe to toe with the Knights at the top of the league, but I don't know what's going on with them this season. Certainly something to figure out in the offseason.
I mean, absolutely, Nick G. What about these Knights? The Heat playing pretty well, having a really, really great season.
Especially as of late with Mac Machines and also Wolfman's struggles the last couple games. Heater has been picking up the slack. He's been consistent with goal scoring and keeping the defense in check.
I mean, someone's got to do it. The Heat, who else? He's kind of like the Joe Namath of this franchise, wouldn't you say, Nick G?
I mean, he's a guy the fans love, and he's just always been a great player for them.
Come on, Knights, big clearance there, and who else but the Heat? Nick G.
He seems to be all over the field now.
I mean, you know who didn't clear that, though? Wolfman, Nick G. What's going on with this guy?
And I mean, we talked about it earlier in the show when the Cyclones scored. Wolfman, he's been struggling. We'll go over his stats in a second. We were hoping the goal that he scored last week against the Seekers could kind of kickstart him, but unable to do so 2 minutes and 30 seconds into this game.
Yeah, I mean, wait, here's an opportunity here for the nicest ball rolling up against the wall. Mac Machine is there. The Heat also there. Just can't get to it in time. Just a little slow today.
Yeah, Mac Machine's timing there not the same as his goal. But going back to Wolfman's stats, he's averaging what needs to be a near league worst 153 points per game. He's averaging half a goal a game, 0.3 assists per game, not even 0.1 saves per game. He's averaging 0.08 in that department, and he's averaging just under 0.8 shots.
Yeah, I mean, if you talk about players that are just kind of mellow right now, you think of Wolfman. He just has not been showing up for these Knights. I mean, we interviewed him, Nick G. We interviewed him, didn't we?
We did. We got a good quote out of him. Although, me personally, I didn't really like what he had to say. He said, quote, "I'm just the utility guy. My stats just don't show up on the sheet, Chris." I do not like this response from Wolfman.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's one to be talking in public a lot. The press got to him maybe, but, I mean, to be on such a high caliber team, the Knights, right? 1 championship, amazing scenes. Mac Machine on your team, and you're saying this in the press. I mean, I don't know, Nick G. I gotta see what these comments say on this video, what the Knights fans are thinking about this.
Yeah, me personally, as a Knights fan, I'm questioning his dedication at this point. My stats just don't show up on the sheet. What does that even mean? Like, you're not ripping any shots. You're not providing any defense. I mean, sure, you might get a clear or two, but like, if you're averaging under 100 points every other game, that's something that Mac Machine as a captain needs to consider maybe cutting.
I mean, maybe. Big clearance by the captain here, Nick G. With about 30 seconds left in this game, tied at 1-1, Nick G.
Not the result Knights fans would be thinking, especially after last week beating the league worst Seekers.
I mean, let's hope they can get it. They can get it done here. 20 seconds left. The Heat putting it in the corner here. Gonna try and center this. Does get cleared away and saved by Fury. Now on the counterattack. Wolfman helping the counterattack here, putting it into the corner. Mac Machine has to come over. Blocked. Big touch to the corner there. Mac Machine on the wall here. We saw a couple weeks ago what he can do on the wall now. And looks like this game is going into overtime.
Overtime. People, get ready. Free soccer is upon us.
And I start off with a save here by Mac Machine. Good tactical play, putting this ball right into Cyclones territory. Now Wolfman there, putting it out to the corner here. The Heat bringing it back to Mac Machine. Just can't get to it. Cleared up by the wall. Who is that? Rainmaker. And Rainmaker ending this game early off the wall here, Nick G.
18 seconds into overtime. And I mean, I feel like the commentator's curse has struck again. Rainmaker, the only player I did not highlight, puts 2 in past the Knights' defense.
And just right through Mac Machine off the wall, making Mac Machine's wall plays look silly, Nick G.
Something to look out for here. Heater, 72 points. Wolfman, 50.
Yes, indeed so, Nick G. I mean, just a poor performance from Knights overall. Not what you want to see.
Not at all, and a big week coming up here against the Dragons.
Correct. Battle for number 1. Well, as always, Nick G, thank you for being here. I hope you all enjoyed the content today, and we'll see you all next week. Peace!